Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my 1 month update for Pan That Palette and Baby Pan That Palette. Let's start with Baby Pan That Palette. I always do that. This year I am working on my Smashbox Duo. This is the Smashbox Full Exposure Duo. I'm pretty sure this came in an Ipsy bag a long while ago. And this was in my Pan That Palette from last year. I made a little bit of progress on it, but not a lot. And so now I have it as my Baby Pan That palette, which means I'm gonna work on this until it's completely finished. All right, let me show you a quick clip of what this looked like last month. And this is what it looks like today. I don't know if there's a ton of visible progress. I have been using it though. I'm gonna throw up some pictures for some side-by-side comparisons. I have used this several times. I've probably used the top shimmery shade more in the past month than I've used that shade all of last year. But that being said, I probably only used it like 5 times, so nothing to really write home about. Hopefully I expanded the pan just a little bit down here. But this was not a go-to shade for me in the past month, but I did use it a few times. So that's what this little guy is looking like today. This is gonna be a really quick update. For Pan That palette, I am doing the Tiny Pans project with the Pantastic Ladies over on Facebook. The idea was to pick a palette with tiny pans, which I just thought was the cutest thing ever. So I went with my Petite Pro 2 from Viseart. As of last month, this palette was brand new and I'd never even used it once. So I will throw up a quick picture of what this looked like a month ago. And this is what it looks like today. I don't know what I was expecting, but I feel like I was expecting a little bit more by today's update. I forgot to mention this at the intro last month, but the goal that I had set for myself was to use this palette in every eye look for the month, which means if I did my eye makeup 31 days, which I think I did, then I used at least one shadow from this palette in each eye look for every day. There were days where I used this palette exclusively, but at the very least I had to incorporate one shadow from this palette in my look every day. As you can tell, this palette consists of 4 matte shadows at the top and a combination of satins and shimmers along the bottom. The mattes have been the star of the show. Those are the shadows I keep reaching for to set up my look, and then I might pull another shadow in from another project for my lid. I've said this before, but these shadows on the bottom are a little bit lackluster for my look today. And granted, I did do my makeup many hours ago. It's almost 6 o'clock now, and I did my makeup at like 7:30 this morning. So it's been just shy of 12 hours. But the shadows I have on my eye today are this peachy shade, this plummy shade, this silvery purpley shade, and then I blended out in my transition shade with a little bit of this coral matte. Those are the 4 shadows I have on my lids today, and I don't know. I was just expecting something different than what I'm getting. I like the look, it's fine. I'm just not in love with it. I find that when I'm done doing my makeup with just these shadows, I want to put something really shimmery on top to give it some pop. So I've talked about it before. I'm going to work with this and I'm gonna keep enjoying it. I do really like the mattes from this palette. It's just these shimmers that I'm not falling in love with. That being said, this shade right down here makes a beautiful one shadow look. I could just put this all over my lid and then blend it out a little bit with like the peach or the coral and walk out the door and I'm done. And you know, they're all nice shades. I like the colors, I like the tones. I just wish the shimmers had a little bit more pop. And ironically, I feel the same way about the shimmer from this palette. So 10 shadows, 5 of which are shimmers, and none of them really give me the wow factor that I want out of an eyeshadow. So I am reaching for a lot of toppers, which is great because I have a lot of those too, and I should be panning those as well. So that's cool. I don't mind using this palette. I just was expecting it to be a little bit different than what I'm getting. And I was also expecting to have a little bit more progress today. There is the slightest of dips in this peach, but overall, these shades look like they're in really good shape still. I mean, the palette's a little bit dusty, so you could tell I've used it, but it's not as beat up as I was expecting to after using it every single day for a month. So I'm gonna keep working on this. I think I do need to set a goal of some sort. I'm not really sure what that goal should be for the next month, but I definitely think I need to zero in on a look and pan it for at least the month of February. Look, it's February. It's the month of love, right? I love browns and golds and neutrally shades, but for the month of February, I'm probably gonna be sticking with these two or these two when I do my eye looks. I still feel like I'm so far away from hitting pan on all of these shades. I just don't really know what goal to set. If there's one I'm gonna hit pan on, it's gonna be this one, but I don't feel like I can do that within the next month. Maybe I can get a good dip going in the purple or the coral shade. I do use a pretty stiff brush for those shades. I definitely use a very stiff brush when I'm applying the purple shade. For the coral shade, I either use the very same stiff brush or I go with a very fluffy brush and apply it to my transition area like I did today. It's one or the other. But, what can I do? I think I just need to try and set a goal of getting a good dip going in on the purple and the peach matte shades and maybe expand the pan on my existing pan a little bit more. Just something noticeable, just to get this pan a little bit wider for next month so that I can have something to show, because I feel like I'm not gonna hit pan in the next month on anything in here yet. I feel like I need to keep chipping away at this palette a bit more before I could hit pan. So if I could expand the pan on this guy and then get some good dips going on some of the matte shades in here, I think I would be really happy with that. So that is my update. Really short and sweet. I will leave a playlist down below of everybody that is participating in the Tiny Pans project so that you could check out others that are doing this project. There's a whole bunch of people. This was such a cute idea and a lot of people are doing it. So yeah. I will also leave the creator of this project's name down below. I have forgotten it again. What's wrong with me? All the information will be down below as far as who created this project, a playlist of everybody doing this project, and a link to the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group. All right, that is it for this quick update. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.